What's going on YouTube? Thanks for coming and checking out another Fat Guy Builds episode. Today we're with the Explorer and we're gonna do a factory replacement subwoofer upgrade. Here's the part number for the subwoofer. Our goal is to remove this panel here. So we need to remove the centerpiece. We need to remove this piece. And now this piece here pops up, this one. Remove the inner tray that's sitting here. There's a little tab, pull it up, and then put that over here. So pull that little tab, and then this will come out. So in this corner, you're gonna just pull up and come across here and just sort of pull up everywhere and get the clips undone. It's hard with one hand, but as you can see the little orange clips? So you have those clips across, pull that up, and then we'll get to the next part. This piece here overlaps this corner piece, so we need to at least pop this loose enough to pull this out from in here. What we're gonna do is pull this weather stripping, because this overlaps on top of this thing. When you're removing this back piece here, you're going to pull the bottom out away from the car first. That'll unclip this. Then you're just going to pull it straight up from all these other pieces. So you pull this away at the bottom. You just grab it and pull this way. Damn. There we go. Pull the weather stripping from the driver rear door. And then you're just going to pull up on this here. That exposes the bottom of this panel. You're going to lift up this little plastic piece here and take out this little bolt. You have another one here, like halfway through. This top piece here, see that top piece? This piece holds in here with some brackets or little clips all the way around. So you have to pop this one out as well. So yeah, that's how you get this off. There's a clip here which I need to remove, put back in the slot, and then you have clips along the bottom and along the top. Once you get all that out, you're gonna pull here from the window into the car. You're just gonna pull everything towards the inside of the car, and now that it's loose, I put that speaker thing over there, but now that it's loose, we should be able to lift this up, get all this out of the way here, and then wiggle this loose all the way around and sort of lift it up and out. So here's a visual of all the clips. Now this is for reference. Here's a speaker. Here's the back. This clip is a pain in the ass, but the rest are these blue clips. I broke 2 of these blue clips, it looks like. So I'm gonna have to buy some more, but oh well. And then this one's either still in the car or I broke it. And then this is where the screw came through here, and the screw here still attached with the little washer, but this is screwed into the body too. Boom, there's a sub in the box. So now, ooh, it's actually ported, and they have this long tube here, comes around to make it the airspace larger. It's actually tuned. Wow. You're going to use a T25 Torx bit on the 4 screws that hold the sub in. Look at this pitiful excuse for a sub. Just for reference, here's my thumb. It's about the thickness of 3 of my thumbs. So, yeah, we're going to measure the resistance on each coil. And, yeah, see how it turns out. Here's a comparison of the subs. This is the factory one with their little thing. So this is all paper, a little bit of foam. This is like a carbon weave and butyl. Here's the back of the stock one. And the back of the Audio Frog. So let's measure the resistance and see what we get. On the Audio Frog, I'm doing a 4-wire measurement, and we're at 1.83 ohms. The factory woofer is 3.5 ohms. So since they're different, I'm going to try it out, because most amps are good to 2 ohm. They're like 99% of the amps on the planet are 2 ohm stable. So I'm going to test it with the 2 ohm one. If it sounds funny or doesn't act right, then I will order one that's dual 4 ohm like this. But yeah, let's just test this out and see what happens. The easiest way to figure out how to hook up the speaker, if there's no plus or minus labeled, is to plug it in, and then you're going to compare this to this. So the left one will go to the left one, the right one will go to the right one. So as you can tell here, there's a red line on the right one. So purple is positive, and that goes with yellow, which is negative. Black is positive, and that goes with green, that is negative.
My blood is like I need a rush. Head all in your system, pussies need a flush. Against the world, pistol in your clutch. They like to call it freedom, it was never such. Niggas on the porch.
These are the connectors I use from Dorman. They are a heat shrink style one. So I have it wired up. I'm using right stuff because the factory one had some sticky stuff. So I'm just going to RTV it in and then put the screws in. Since we have all this tore apart, I have sound deadening material. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap a decent chunk of this area, and then over here, I'm going to put sound deadening material on some of these flat areas just to get the resonant vibrations cut down. So I'll show you what it looks like. So I removed the box with it has 4 screws, or 3 screws and 1 nut here. So it's easy to take off. And I put some sound deadening material behind the box. I put some along here. I put some along the top. Put some here, and then I put some on the door sill area back there. And you know, for just cutting down some of the resonant vibrations, I think this is fine. You don't have to cover every square inch. Don't listen to anyone who tells you you have to. Obviously, if you're putting like 412s, 415s in here, and you're trying to hit 180 decibels, then sure, do it. But anyways, I'm going to put the sub back together. Then I'm going to put some of the sound deadening stuff onto the panels. This is a public service announcement. If you go to the dealer because you broke a clip, okay, and you ask to buy these, you can't buy these without buying this whole goddamn panel, okay? Fine. So it took me like 3 hours to go through service and say, hey, when you do warranty work and you break these, how do you buy these? So then they have these white ones with a rubber. So they probably redesigned them to sell these because a lot of people were complaining about squeaky noises, which makes sense if these hard plastic ones here, right, are rubbing on the paint and metal directly, this would squeak. So the part number you need is W713297-S300. And they come in packs of 4, and it's like 16 bucks with tax and everything for 4. So they're like, just call it $4 a piece. And no other company, I went Advanced Auto, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Ace Hardware, nobody sells these damn things. At least not yet. So you're gonna have to bite the bullet. Alright, here's the panel. We got some pieces here and there and everywhere. Pretty much if there was a flat edge, I would put a piece on it. Put some scraps here. Flat area. You know, pretty much like that. That way, a large flat section doesn't have a chance to start resonating, vibrating, and causing noise. This here is a piece that goes down here to hold in that rear quarter. So I just put 3 pieces or so on it. Just enough on each flat piece to stop the rattle. Here's the rear part that has a cup holder. So I just put a piece under there, on there, these 2 flat areas, and then the big cubby part. I had to use 2 more of the clips. They were broken on this piece. And now I can put this back in. Make sure that this back piece slides over top of this piece. I screwed it up like 5 times fighting it. Now I'm out of breath. But yeah, the tab comes like way over here. So make sure that this piece is on the outside of this piece. Here's the back piece with the latch. Don't forget to plug this sensor in. And I just put some on the flat areas. This is the bottom floor area, and I just put a strip across here. Lastly, I just put back in these, and we're done.